Just pull out this major board here. This is a Greg Knoll duck hat bought from Matt at the pump house over a 3 or 4 year period. Incredible board. Value just keeps going up on this, and I'm not caring about the value myself, but people want to buy it. The value just keeps going because they're harder and harder to find. Incredible. Mickey Door, the cat, Greg Knoll. You can see little Greg Knoll still in it. It's red, but it's hard to see it. It's still in there.
You can see the way the rails are kind of like cut out here. There's a
step deck.
Step down.
Yeah, step down. So you can feel it. You can feel how the whole rails just drop right out from here. They just drop right down in, right there. So it's all molded down.
So when was this built?
What do you think, Chick? 66? 67. I think it's 67 is this model.
66, yeah.
Yeah. Turn it over. This has the glass on fin. A lot of them had a bolt that they were taking in and out, but this one has the glass on fin.
And what would that have been for?
That's probably that sticker it was putting on for surfing, whatever that surf sticker was.
Those things down in Nauset, they used to have a surf sticker on your board.
Yeah.
In order to go
surfing. Yeah. Can you imagine that? You had the sticker on your board back in the day.
Like a license?
Like a license to bring your surfboard, yeah.
Only in Orleans, though.
Yeah. And of course, out in California, there were a lot of places were that way. You had to have your surf sticker.
Wow. So you, how long have you had this one?
This I've had probably 4 or 5 years now. It took me a few years to buy it too, so it's been
So this would be your favorite one?
This would be for the most valuable one. My most favorite one would be some of the other ones I would say. This is the most valuable one. And
Greg Knoll boards were worth a lot of money, but they don't ride as well as other boards.
So why is this one so valuable then?
Because it was Mickey Dora was the bad boy of surfing, and he wanted nothing to do with competition. Once he started losing, he was like the bad guy of surfing, and there's always that element, and so there was a bunch of people who liked that, and he became very famous. He was a really funny guy, and he worked with a guy, Greg Knoll, and it was the only board that he ever put a signature on.
yeah.
So for years he wouldn't have anything to do with all the mass production of surfboards. He didn't want it.
So there's only a few of these around, that's why it's so valuable?
No, he passed away maybe 7, 8 years ago?
Yeah, but the rarity of these models, yes.
Greg Knoll's still around.
They made, he made boards for many years, but they have this model. There's a guy who has his Greg Knoll surfboard collection. Has probably 50 of his boards. He wants $500,000 for the collection.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I can see why you're going to hold on to this for a while.
I'm going to hold on to it for a while. I'm not going to get rid of it. And the story behind this too, if you talk to Matt the Pump Houses, he didn't tell me who the other guy was, but him and a friend sold this board back and forth for years. But the story goes, and I really need to add to it, is during the 90s, I worked for the unemployment office. And I met a guy who worked for the state DET, Department of Employment and Training. He was like a manager. And he bragged how he was an old surfer in Surfboard Island. And he had a Decat, this great made board. He was awesome. And he brought me in one day his racks that he used to have. He said, yeah, because I had an old Mustang. You can use these racks. Oh, great dude, right?
The Aloha.
But I said, well, what happened to the board? Oh, I sold it, and he talked about this beautiful green Decat. Well, I actually did the guy's roof, yada, yada, yada. Well, 15 years go by, and I'm Matt, buying boards from Matt, and he goes, what else you got? Well, I got this Decat. And he tells me that him and this other guy have been selling it back and forth for years. But he says what he first got it, and you're involved in this story too, Chick, is that this old guy came into the store when he first opened up the pump house, when he first got it from Todd from Cinnamon Rainbows. This guy came in with this Decat. And he knew instantly that it was an antique board. He got Chick on the phone. Chick told him to buy it. He bought it. I now believe that this was the board from the guy from the DET because he had a house in Orleans. So he actually sold that board to the guy at the pump house, and I somehow bought it. I got it. Love it.
It's a beautiful circular story, huh?
Beautiful. And he said what happened again was this was a story I heard about a lot of the guys from Rhode. This is how I got a lot of boards. Guys from Rhode got pissed because the Rhode Island guys were getting kicked out of the beaches in Newport and stuff. And it was too far to drive to the Cape. You got to drive an hour and a half and find out the waves are gone an hour ago, So A lot of guys gave up surfing. I could pin out 5 or 6 boards. This one here that I got. That one. It were guys that gave up surfing because they were kicked off the beach by the cops and got mad. They were embarrassed. They didn't want to deal with being what they thought was a hood. They were just young kids wanting to surf.
Wow.
So this again were boards that people gave up surfing because at that time they thought you were rebellious if you went surfing.
Right.
So 2 final quick questions for
Yes.
this. One, is this available? Can anyone come in here and see this?
Anyone
And
come in
secondly,
here, yeah.
is this ever going to be like moved somewhere for actual surf museum somewhere on Cape Cod? Do you see that possibly happening?
I would love
Sure
to have
looks
that
like
happen.
it.
I would love to have that happen. Right now, I do every once in a while. We'll go on Facebook. I'm not a big Facebook guy, but I will go out there and say, "Hey, I'm going to be around Friday night. Anybody want to come down?" And I've had people come, and it's actually been some fun sometimes. And so I'd love to keep that going. But yes, Chick knows that we would love to have a surf museum somewhere. We think it might not be on Cape Cod. We think it maybe Newport
Newport
might be more appropriate for it.
But is that sort of? I mean, I guess that's the sort of the question: is why are you doing this? Why collect all these surfboards?
You got to have something for the soul.
It's a soul thing. It's fun. Again, like I said, originally it was for my brother, and honor my brother. And now it's just kind of a fun man cavey thing. The guys come down. My son's friends will come down. They want to see what Kenny's got now. And now I'm into repairing. So I'm more of a relaxing. Like, I'll take that board I got there and I'll spend weeks standing.
Yeah, it's got to be.
It's a live stream of the Beachcomber.
Live stream at the Beachcomber right now, yeah. It's how you got to have it, right? You got to be ready to go. I love it.
The surf report. You don't need no stinking
I don't need no surf
I don't
report.
need no stinking surf report. I got it right there.